Hello everyone, this is just a short video just to explain what exactly the Akashic Records are. So if you're receiving this video, then it probably means you're quite new to it and haven't got very much of an understanding about what I actually do when I read the Akashic Records and what the Akashic Records actually are. So the Akashic Records are actually a memory archive of your soul's journey. So what that means is that every thought, emotion, memory, action, dream that you've ever had in all of your soul's lifetimes is stored energetically in your Akashic Records. So it's what we call the Book of Life. So in your Akashic Records it's like a hard drive of the memory. It's a hard drive of a computer. So you have guardians and guides looking after and, let's say, filing your information as life is happening. And we can access any points in your soul's journey through connecting with your guides and guardians. So when I go into the records, I don't actually delve around in your records myself. I ask your guardians and your guides to take me to the place in your records where is best for you to be able to receive information that is necessary for your help, transformation, or whatever it is that's going on for you in your life. And that's basically what it comes down to. I don't go into any kind of trance or anything like that. I get your permission, which is goes without saying. I don't enter anybody's records without permission. And we go in with any questions that you might have. If you don't have any questions, we can go in and ask the guides what it is that is most important for you to understand at this moment. So yeah, I will connect with my own divine team, my own guides, my own guardians, my own helpers, and then access your records through a key of access. So it's just about shifting my vibration to a different frequency to get into your records and to give you the information that you need. So I receive that information through thoughts, so knowing, through hearing, through seeing, and through feeling. So I get all this sensory information that I can pull together to give you the message that you need. And quite often the guides give us layered information. So they give it to me in the best way that they know that I can understand in order to deliver it to you in the best way that you can understand. And they also could be something I say which triggers something in you, which means that you're getting a layered message. So you can then explain that to me or talk to me about that, and we can even fine-tune the message even more. And as the story unfolds of what it is that they're trying to show us and tell us and help us with, then you get the healing that you need, and you get the changes or the shifts that you need within the records. So it's I have to have a lot of trust in the messages coming through, because it doesn't always make sense straight away. It is an unfolding, so I say what I see, I say what I hear, I say what I know in that moment, and the story just unfolds. By the end of the session, it all makes perfect sense. So we can do all kinds of things. We do healing in the records. We do patterns. We can have a look at how patterns have evolved. If you've got a reoccurring pattern in a relationship, for example, we can look into that. I also look into ancestral patterns and things that have been passed down through generations. So these things can be heavily impacting our quality of life. Sometimes we know about them, sometimes we don't. So it's always interesting how or where the guides take us. We can also look at inner child work. That's often interesting, or money stories interesting. We see what we've been pre-programmed with. Like, money doesn't grow on trees. I look at also vows and promises which we can make, which often they kind of expire and they're still active. So for example, an example of that I often give to people is if your mom, for example, has said you don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers, then you have this inside you going, don't talk to strangers. You promised, Mom, I promise I won't talk to strangers. So Mom's trying to keep you safe. But what actually happens is when you grow up, you can become quite lonely and afraid to talk to strangers. So obviously this promise is not serving you anymore in your life. So in these instances, it's really not serving you. So we can break the vow, we can break the promise, we can reintegrate the trust that you have in strangers, because that might have been something that you've blocked. So yes, the things that happen to us and that we say in the moment when we make promises and vows are always made in the best way that we know how. They're always for our best intention in that moment, but it doesn't mean to say that in the next lifetime or in the next decade that that's still going to be valuable for us to be holding on to, unconsciously or consciously. So the records can go very, very deep. That's really all I wanted to say. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information, but just to give you an idea of how it can help and transform your life. There's other ways as well. I've helped people with their business ideas. Everything has an Akashic record. Buildings have Akashic records. Everything has a memory. So all matter everything we perceive as matter has a memory, and you can tap into the memory of anything, anywhere. So it's very vast, the information that you can receive from the Akashic records. So yeah, if this has interested you and you feel like you might want to know more or have a discovery call with me, then I offer a free discovery call and we can see what it is that you might like help with, and if we're a good fit for each other, if you think that I can help you, then I'll be more than happy to get online with you and have a chat and see where you are. So there's an invite for you there to connect, and yeah, I look forward to exploring more and more. I'm always learning too, so it's really amazing. So thank you for listening, and yeah, if you have any questions, you can drop me a message, or just connect with me any other way that you know. All right, thank you everyone. Bye.